Well, Dana White just broke the news, guys. We have the Ultimate Fighter back once again, and we have none other than Conor McGregor coaching yet again versus Chad Mendez. Michael Chandler. All right, Iron Mike Chandler, man. All right, now, honestly, man, I really want to see these guys fight. I even put that in my video, as you guys seen. Thank you for checking it out. Really appreciate it. But I call this. I want this fight. I kind of figured they would go this route, especially to build Conor back up, because what's happening with Conor is, in the last 3 years, he's been looking kind of like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, kind of bad. So, Mike Chandler, though, has been looking really good. His stock has gone up tremendously, even though he's had a couple of losses. Still, even with the losses, his stock keeps going up because he's a fighter you always want to see fight, just as Conor is. You know, let's not downplay Conor and his presence in the UFC. It is by far the biggest. You know what I mean? Next to Ronda and all the other greats. But honestly, I'm looking forward to this. Their dynamic, the shit talk, all that is going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. You know how Conor brings it. I have a video coming out shortly of my top 10 favorite trash talkers, and Conor's on that list, just to be honest. So Conor's on that list. He's good at trash talk. He's good at building a fight. He's good at the gift of gab. He can really do that. He's got his mic skills are crazy. You know what I mean? And Michael Chandler's not a talker. He's an action guy. But he's a guy who stays active throughout the year, man. He doesn't take breaks. Iron Mike Chandler is Iron Mike Chandler, man. I'm telling you, man. He doesn't take breaks. Okay, so he's always on the gas. He's always on the go. He's always working out. He's always ready. He's always taking fights. The guy fights almost 3 times a year, man. He's really active. Conor is not so active. You know, Conor's doing movies. He's got other things. He's got other focuses. You know what I mean? And those things we've seen time and time again. When you lose your focus, you get beat up. I mean, his last 2 fights with Dustin, they look bad for him. And they're not even technically resolved, really. And it's like they're just, brushing over that. Like, I don't even want those rematches. We're looking on something better. So I guess it's a money thing, which is okay. Go out there and get your money. But the Ultimate Fighter, to me, you guys are here to do coaches. And I feel like when you guys have this big old star power and these big names when it comes to Ultimate Fighter, it takes the limelight from the guys who are actually there to be trained. And I feel like, when you have these big heads, even though it's a good character model, but when you have these big heads, that's all this bank focus is going to be those two. And I don't want that. It should be mostly for the fighters because that's who the future is. Conor and them got, a couple more years or so till they're done or bored. But these new fighters, that's what we need to watch. We're seeing guys like Jamal Hill come from these contender series and come from these Ultimate Fighters and stuff like that, become champion, which is amazing to see, inspiring. So I really want to keep that momentum going, and I really think we can. Especially, I say that to say that they could be good coaches. I don't know about Conor so much because, he did this before. When he did Uriah Faber, they didn't even fight, so it was more like you're there and you're not even gonna fight the guy, so it was just more like, let's ham it up, let's do whatever. Now I hear he was injured at the time too, so but it's just one of those things. Like this time again, I really want to see them fight, but you know what I mean, it should be mostly about the fighters in the house. So I'm more interested in that. I know a lot of Ultimate Fighters, a lot of casuals like me, we're not really into it unless, people are getting beat up on the, a lot every episode, or they're drinking or they're going crazy. You know how people are. But for me, I really like to show what it really does and really, really helps, because I remember guys like Neil Magny. I remember guys like Tim Crater. Like I remember guys from the show, Mike Dolce, who came from these Ultimate Fighter shows, man. And it's cool, like Rashad Evans and guys that went on to win it. So I'm looking forward to this. Let me know what you guys think. You guys feel like it's a win? It's like the Ultimate Fighter 31, 30, something like that. We're up there. We're up there, man. So there's been a lot of seasons of this show, and there should be, because there's really good dudes that UFC does a good job when it comes getting the talent, I would say, to coach for the coaches. The back and forth. These guys don't really have beef. Conor and Conor and Mike don't really have beef. They go back and forth for time to time on Twitter and social medias and stuff. But other than that, it's really been cordial, and I'm really interested to see how they will be next to each other all the time, especially when it's like 6 weeks of, you know, going back and forth with somebody you got to see every day. So we're going to see that different dynamic, and we're going to get to see Conor again, man. We haven't seen him in so long, so we want to know how he is, if he bulked up or he's natural, what's going on with him. So yeah, I'm interested to see Mike all the time. Every time Mike fights, I'm interested every time. So you already know what they're going to bring. I'm really interested in this. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. It's your boy, Casual MMA, man. All my casuals out there. And I'll see you guys in the next episode, man. Hey, be honest with me. What do you guys really feel about the coaches? And are you guys going to watch the show? All right. See you.